We're here. We're waiting for the Mayweather McGregor media call to start. We are now 9 days away from the fight, and Shawn Porter is off of the card. I didn't read it thoroughly, but it says that it's a death in the families. For those who are not watching the video live, this is a live stream. So you're going to hear me talking to people in the chat. Unfortunately, you can't see the chat, but we're working on it so that going forward in the future you can. So what we're doing right now is this is a live stream. We're waiting for the Mayweather media call to start. He's going to talk to the media about the fight, the 8-ounce gloves, and basically the fight is 9 days away. He's trying to sell the fight. Hold on, I'm looking for something. There it is. We're still on hold for the media call. So let me see. My fucking email is a jungle, bro. My email is crazy. Oh, it's starting.
President of Swanson Communications. Go ahead, Ms. Swanson.
Thank you, operator. Thanks, everybody, for joining in from the World Tour to Fight Week. We are days away from a really, really big event, Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce the participants today on the call, of course, the one and only Floyd Mayweather, joined by Leonard Ellerbe, CEO, Mayweather Promotions, and Steven Espinoza, Executive VP and General Manager of Showtime Sports. And at this time, I'll turn it over to Leonard Ellerbe to begin the call. Leonard?
Thank you, Kelly. I would like to thank everyone for joining us today. We have a great event next Saturday, and we're excited. Just want to remind everyone on the call.
Damn it! My pop done messed everything up. I got to call back.
Showtime pay-per-view app.
Here we go.
Also available on Sony PlayStation, Xbox, Apple TV, and Roku. So without further ado, I would like to bring on our partner, Steven Espinoza.
Thanks, Leonard. And we have indeed worked very hard to make this fight available as widely as possible, the maximum distribution and the maximum availability, including UFC platforms, UFC.tv, the movie theaters, closed circuit. There's really no excuse for not watching this fight. This is an event that transcends sports. It's captured the world's attention. We're seeing unprecedented interest in a number of different ways, surpassing, really what we never expected to surpass in the Mayweather-Pacquiao event. This is the final fight of a once-in-generation talent. It's truly a once-in-a-lifetime event. The two best combat sport fighters in the world facing off like we've never seen them before. In Conor, we've got someone who's as unpredictable as any opponent that Floyd has ever faced, both in and out of the ring. And it's a challenge to Floyd on a whole new level. We're supporting this matchup with 3 high-quality matchups from Mayweather Promotions, 2 world title fights, headlined, of course, by one of my personal favorites as a fan, Gervonta Davis, the US's youngest world champion, defending his title. We also have the light heavyweight world championship and the all-action opening fight as well. Last point, we are encouraging fans to buy early. There will be unprecedented activity on fight day. Very possible that we're exceeding Mayweather-Pacquiao. We certainly are seeing activity which is far in excess of that. I know all of you guys have heard that before, but to give you some specifics, when we post things, we're seeing things in the millions of views. When we do a Snapchat story and within 48 hours, it's at 4.5 to 5 million views. we know we have an unprecedented event. And in order to avoid the rush, we are reminding people to buy early as much as possible. Leonard, back to you.
Thank you, Stephen. Also, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, none other than the money man himself, Floyd Mayweather.
Get my damn teeth.
Hey, everybody. I want to say thanks for having me on this call. I want to thank you guys for, writing about me for the last 21 years and keeping me relevant. And without the writers and the people that supported this event, just period, throughout my whole career, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So I just want to say, to every writer that's on this phone, to every blogger that's on this phone, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you. Mayweather Promotions appreciate you. Showtime appreciates you. CBS appreciates you. MGM Grant appreciates you. Swanson Communications appreciates you. My team, my family, and my staff, everybody appreciates you. The stories and all the bloggers, the sports writers, and everyone. We just want to say thank you. And now we can get on with the questions.
Okay, operator, let's go ahead and open it up for the questions, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to ask a question, please press *1 on your phone.
Let's try our luck.
To ask a question, please press. Please hold as we wait for questions.
You know it's going to be Dan Rayfield first.
Okay, and our first question is going to come from Dan Wetzel.
Wethel.
Hello?
Go ahead, Mr. Wetzel.
Hello? Hey, I'm here. What's going on? How are you?
Hey, look, this is, I wanted to ask this in your last fight, and obviously boxing is a dangerous sport, and doesn't lend itself to nostalgia, the way maybe like a Kobe Bryant's last game or something like that is. But as you prepare for this, do you spend any time thinking about this is the last camp, this is going to be the last weigh-in, or do you think back at all to the start of your career?
Actually, I thought that Badou, I thought that was going to be the last weigh-in. I thought that was going to be the last training camp. I mean, just honestly speaking, I thought that was going to be my last everything. But you just don't never know what can happen. We're here with this big event. So it's just that this is my last one, ladies and gentlemen. I gave my word to Al Heyman. I gave my word to my children. And the one thing I don't want to do is, break that. I gave Heyman my word. I gave my children my word. I'm going to stick to my word. This will be my last fight.
Our next question comes from Lance Pugmire of Los Angeles Times.
Hey, Floyd, good to talk to you. As you look back, as you retrace your steps, kind of building on what Dan was asking you about, you were struggling to gain attention around the area of 2005 before you aligned with Al Heyman. What was really the seminal moment for you that really turned the tide and got everyone's attention for you? Was it more like aligning with Al Heyman and following the plan that both of you guys laid out? Was it 24/7, or what exactly do you think turned the tide?
I just want to touch on something. Floyd Mayweather has never been struggling. They're just for starters. So we can clean it up right now. Floyd Mayweather has never been struggling. The thing is this. Me and Al Heyman joined forces because when Al Heyman seen me, he seen not just a fighter, but a person with a sharp mind, very articulate and very smart, not just in the ring, but outside the ring. And he knew that we could be a powerful force together. Now, once again, when I fought Diego Corrales, I done good numbers. When I fought Angel Manfred, I done good numbers. In the list, before I got that, Heyman, I done good numbers. But me and Heyman came together and had a game plan. Whereas when I was dealing with people in the past, nobody ever really had a game plan. I had a game plan. Leonard had a game plan. Me and Leonard both had a game plan. But it was a missing piece. So, but when we all came together as one, that's when I came up with the game plan, and they started putting everything into play.
Yeah, and also after the fight, how do you think
you're going to spend your life? I know you got Mayweather Promotions, but what else are you going to be involved in, and what are you going to be doing as the days pass?
Yeah, my real estate portfolio is truly amazing. I have the real estate, real estate that's very, very huge. That's a huge part of my life. My children are going to college, so that's going to take up a lot of my time because, education is extremely important in my home. I want my kids to do something that I wasn't able to do. I want them to be able to go to college, and then the businesses that I leave for them, I want them to be able to take those businesses and take them to the next level. And, if I took a business and made $100 million, I want them to take it to the next level to make $400 or $500 million. So it's all about giving back. And I built different businesses and got businesses started. So my children can take over someday.
Yeah, Lance, Steven, just I know you didn't ask it to me, but I'll answer it anyway. I think a critical turning point in Floyd's career was buying himself out of the top ranked contract. That is going out on a limb, paying $750,000 with no guarantees on what's going to happen on the other side of that. Without the courage to make that move, without the foresight to make that move, nothing of the rest of this is possible. So
thank you, Al Heyman.
Easy to sit back and say, and forget that it all starts with taking risk. No one has this level of success without taking a risk, and that's one very tangible point where Floyd put his money where his mouth is, took the risk, and was able to reap the reward.
Right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate that. Thank you, Steven. Our next question comes from Dan Raphael of ESPN.
I knew it was coming.
Thank you very much. Hello, Floyd.
Hey, Dan, what's going on?
Oh, not too much. I wanted to, you got a little nostalgic with some of these questions. I heard you bring up Angel Manfredi and Diego Corrales, but I want to ask you a couple questions about your career. I know you're undefeated, and you obviously have dominated everywhere you've been as a professional boxer. But in your mind, in what weight class, because you've won championships from 130 up to 154 pounds, but what weight class do you believe that you were at your absolute best in, and why?
Well, I think that it all depends on certain fights. You look at the Diego Corrales fight, that's what a lot of people talk about, and that was at 130. And at 135, to fight against Andrew, people like to talk about that was one of their favorite fights. At 140, then they like to talk about the fight against Gervonta, because I really wasn't at 140 that long. And then at 147. They like to talk about the fight against Ricky Hatton. And then at 154, they like to talk about the fight against. They said it was a hell of a fight between me and Miguel Cotto. And then they also talk about how I was dominant at 154 against Canelo. So, I guess different days you feel different ways when you go out there and compete. So, I don't even want to judge myself. I just want to say that, different days I feel different ways. So it all depends on how I feel when I go out there. Because some days I don't feel, up to par, and I still go out there and put on, a hell of a show. And some days I feel great, and it's not, and the show is really not that good.
Now, in your 49 wins, you had a lot of great performances, obviously, but is there one performance that stands out to you? I know there's a lot of top performances, but if you had to pick one and said that was me on my best night, whether it was some of the fights you just mentioned, or maybe it was when you won the title for the first time against Gennaro, or any number of fights, which was the one that you said this was the best Floyd Mayweather there's ever been?
I can't really say. I just I don't really even watch my fight because it's hard for me to watch my fight because I go. It could be a fight against any guy, any of my top fights that the fans and people say that they love the most. So when I look at it, I could have done that better because I'm a critic of myself, and I feel like it's never good enough. When I go out there and I compete, I'm like, I could have done that better. I could have done that better. I could have done that better. So it's best not to even watch it. So my kids love going on. My oldest son. And
what's going on right here?
Not my youngest daughter, but three oldest. They love going on YouTube and watching.
So then, is there one where maybe, I mean, you obviously won the fight because you're undefeated. So was there one fight in your mind where you were like, even though you got the victory, that you were maybe a little disappointed in your performance, and you said, you know what, that was not my. I don't know, some people thought first fight you had with Jose Luis Castillo was perhaps a little bit close. I know you've always said that your toughest fight was against Emmanuel Augustus, which was the one that you felt like, you know what, I won a fight, but yeah, that wasn't my best.
I won the fight. I really can't. It's been a few fights where I probably said, yeah, I won, but that wasn't my best. You know, it's been a few fights. You know, I said, you know, I won, but I wasn't my best. But you know, I'll come back and look better the next time. Well, look a lot better the next time.
All right, Floyd, thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna lie, when I saw them sneaks, I was like, what the fuck?
From Martin Rogers of USA Today.
I was like, what the fuck?
Hi, Floyd.
I had the Zoom video.
In 2007, there was an incredibly strong British traveling presence. There may be the same here with McGregor because of the sport that he enjoys. What do you expect the atmosphere and the level of crowd support to be like on the night, and how do you think that will be divided between yourself and him?
Well, it really doesn't have anything
I was like,
with the crowd. It has something to do with the two competitors. It could be pro McGregor, it could be pro Mayweather, you know, but it's all about excitement. You know, people it's all about giving everybody excitement. My fans as well as his fans. That's really what it's about. You know, and even with the, you know, with the Ricky Hatton fight, I want to touch on the subject so everybody know. That me and Ricky Hatton actually fought at 147, but we fought in 10-ounce gloves. So I just want to make sure everybody on the phone is aware of when me and Ricky Hatton competed and fought against each other. We wore 10-ounce gloves, and we were 147 pounds.
On Conor's call yesterday, somebody said that your sport, you had fought almost every fight in your career with 8-ounce gloves. And not 10. Is that true? How often have you used the 8-ounce gloves, and how often the 10-ounce gloves?
Well, when you're fighting it's how the weight classes go. From 147 all the way down in boxing weight classes, you're fighting 8-ounce gloves. From 154 all the way to heavyweight, you're fighting 10-ounce gloves. But at a particular time in boxing,
that's what they wear at McDonald's.
There was a lot of head trauma.
Them shits he had on his feet.
I think around 140 pounds, 147 pounds. So they had 10-ounce gloves in for the fighters to wear at 147 and 140. And then I think at 135 all the way down, there was been fighters wear 8-ounce gloves. But then they went back. I guess they wasn't getting the blood, sweat, and tears they expected to get. They had to go back to the guys wearing 8-ounce gloves at 147 all the way down.
Thank you. Our next question comes from Brian Graham of The Guardian.
Hey, Floyd. Maybe the one bigger story in America right now than this fight has to do with the protest this weekend in Charlottesville and the president's reactions to it. We're seeing athletes who never speak on political issues like LeBron James, and just today Kevin Durant really take a stand like you don't normally see. You're one of the few athletes in the world who's on that level, probably even bigger than like a LeBron James globally. I was just wondering how closely you followed what happened this weekend with the protest, and if you had any thoughts on it and the president's reaction to it.
Well, I've been
They're gonna be fresh with a fresh plate.
extremely busy. So I haven't really even been on social media or been watching TV. You know, I've been extremely busy, training, working out, and actually just spending a lot of time with my daughter. But I've seen some things, and you know what's going on down in how you say Charlottesville?
Charlottesville, yeah, in Virginia.
Especially in Charlottesville. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. And like I always talk about, you want it to be more of a positive place. And I didn't really hear what the president said. I've been so focused on this event. This event is so huge. I don't really have time to focus on anything but this event.
All right, thanks, Floyd. Good luck.
If I get a question, what will it be? I don't plan on getting a question, but what should I ask? Should we ask him about his hands? If he undergoes any type of special treatment to, you know, to maintain his hands? Some shit.
Mr. Davies, you have a question?
Or should we just say, hey, listen, Floyd, if there's another juicy money grab out there, will you come back for one more fight? Just one more juicy money grab.
From Damon Martin, MMA Weekly.
Hey, Floyd, thanks for taking the time today. It's been, you know, a very short video, but I was curious if you saw the footage that was released of Conor's sparring session with Paulie Malignaggi and what you thought of that, even though it was only about 20 seconds.
I had a chance to see it, and my thought is, I think it was real interesting, but you know, a lot of rapid punching, illegal rapid punching behind the head. A lot of shots was illegal. A lot of grappling, a lot of wrestling, a lot of illegal shots. I mean, that's just my honest opinion. But you know, I think that I'm pretty sure the referee is going to be fair on both sides. I want the referee to be fair and treat both competitors, myself and Conor McGregor.
What should we ask? We already know everything for the most part. What should we ask?
You know,
if we get a question, which is not likely.
Did you believe that he got the knockdown on Paulie based on the video we saw?
I mean, last time I checked, some may call it a knockdown, some may not call it a knockdown. At the end of the day, it only counts once you get under the lights. That's just the judge.
They talking about the Paulie video.
We shouldn't be judging Paulie, a guy that been retired and just, you know, commentating and traveling the world, not going to the gym at all, just going in there with a guy who's just working out, an athlete period, that's just working out, just every day. And honestly, it shouldn't have even went 4 rounds with a young guy that's active.
And yesterday, Floyd, they announced the referee and the judges for the fight. Robert Byrd is a referee that's known for not interfering much in fights, using his voice more than actually stepping in and separating the fighters. I want to get your reaction on that assignment of the referee, and do you think that will play a part in the fight at all? Considering, you know, Conor, you know, we saw that video. He likes to clinch. He maybe looking to rough you up.
No, they're not paydays anymore. They're money grabs.
For the referee.
Floyd don't fight for paydays. He fight for money grabs.
The referee want to do his job. The referee's job is to make sure the fight is that he's keeping the ball clean. And I want to, you know, let's have a hell of a fight. Like I said,
that's the other phone.
Building up to this fight, I'm coming straight ahead, so he don't have nothing to worry about. And I look forward to following the Queensberry rules of boxing, and I'm pretty sure he looks forward to following the Queensberry rules of boxing. He had Joe Cortez in his training camp, which is a great thing. Even though he had Joe Cortez in his training camp, I still see him being extremely dirty. But my job is not to worry about the referee. My job is to go out there and fight and let the referee do his job.
Yeah. Let me add on to that. But we're very pleased with the selection of all the officials that we have for the entire card for August 26th, with the referee included. Nevada Athletic Commission is the best commission out there, and they have the best officials in place, and we're very happy.
And last question, Floyd. The other big thing that came out yesterday, which you kind of addressed, is the 8-ounce gloves. Obviously, you fought in 8-ounce gloves, but do you think that favors you or Conor more, the fact that they dropped the glove size down 8 ounces, or how do you think that really affects the outcome of this fight?
I'm not really worried about the outcome. I'm more worried about excitement. I understand he's used to fighting in 4-ounce gloves. If you go to my social media page, you'll see where I put out there to the world to see. You know, I said, you know, if you want to fight me, I want to make him feel comfortable as possible. I'm not going to have any excuses, and I don't want him to have any any excuses.
Thanks, Floyd.
Our next question is coming from Morgan Campbell of Toronto Star.
Hey, this question is for Floyd. Floyd, what we're really curious about, now that you're 40, last time you fought you were 38, how has the process of training and recovery changed as you aged?
It's difficult. It's not really
Training and recovery. You see how you disguised that question?
I think with age comes wisdom. Just knowing your body. When I was younger, and I talked about this media day, just knowing your body. You're young, it's fight. Never let the body be cool or rejuvenate. Whereas I'm older, so resting is very, 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 very important. So I work extremely hard still at the age of 40, but I'm letting the body rest a lot more. And that's why, you guys seen on All Access, I was taking yoga. I have a whole team, that, when I'm resting, they help me keep my body intact and in order.
Okay, so then looking at your interview with Stephen A. Smith from the other week, you say, Conor's a lot younger, I'm slipping, I've lost a step. Like, how much do you really believe that, and how much are you saying that to generate interest in the fight from the standpoint that it seems more even if you can sell the idea that you slipped?
Hey, please subscribe, man. Click the link right down below.
Same Floyd Mayweather that I was.
Just click subscribe.
21 years ago. Of course not. And I don't think that I'm the same Floyd Mayweather that I was 10 years ago. I'm not even the same Floyd Mayweather that I was 5 or 2 years ago. But I still said that I still have a high IQ in that ring. And I said, experience-wise, it leans towards me. Just period. When most times I go out there and compete against any fighter, experience will always leaning towards me because I have, I've been in the ring and been at such a high level for so long.
Okay, thank you, Floyd.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to ask about Roger.
Our next question is from John Elegant of New York Times.
But like I said, I don't plan on we only get questions in on media calls that's like HBO fights, Showtime fights, rarely pay-per-views. We did get to talk to Danny Jacobs though for that fight.
When he did it, but when I did it, they say I'm cocky and arrogant, so biased.
Basically, every other media call we seem to get a question in, and it's always at the end.
I ain't racist at all, but I'm telling you, racism still exists. And I'm curious, now that you've been through like this press tour and whatnot with McGregor, how do you feel fans, or maybe even others, maybe journalists or others in boxing, how do you feel that they treat you all differently? And
I know they kind of phone kind of messed up. City. Hello.
I'm sorry. Did you hear last part of the question?
It just like at the end, I didn't hear the end part. You said about the writers, the media.
Yeah, I was saying, now that you've been through like this press tour and everything with McGregor, how do you feel the fans, or maybe even others, maybe it be writers or other people in boxing, how do they feel? How do you feel that they
you can't see it
differently, you and McGregor differently? And do you believe that race plays any role in that?
Okay, I don't. I'm not gonna even really touch on that anymore. I spoke on that. I'm gonna leave it where I left it at. I spoke about that before. I'm gonna let Leonard Ellerby kind of touch on that subject.
He said, "I'm gonna let Leonard Ellerby talk about it."
Yeah, and as the things that he was saying, it was the back and forth banter. It's trash talk. And I'm sure that whatever was left on the press tour, that's where it was said.
Yeah, and I guess
Floyd's focus is fighting next week and putting on a great performance for all the fans across the world. That's where we are at.
Yeah, and I guess I was referring to the comments not necessarily on the press tour, but the ones that he gave to Fight Hype last year. And I think it resonated with a lot of black folks who I talked to in the sense that you spoke to really a double standard that I think a lot of black people in America feel. So I was just kind of curious if these people saw that.
And there are double standards out there, but that goes on with anything. That goes on with anything. there's a high awareness out there that the public, there's a lot of things that goes on. You know, again, his focus is next Saturday and going on there and putting on an electrifying performance in front of his fans. That's where we at.
Thank you.
That was good for Mayweather to throw it to Ellerby. Because Florida probably say some shit, man.
Our next question comes from Luke Reddy of BBC Sports.
Hi, Floyd. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Very good, thank you. We've been over to Dublin, to Ireland, to chat to some people who know Conor McGregor and have grown up with him. And a few of them have told us that you were one of his idols. He used to study videos of you, your pull counter and various punches. I wonder, when you've been stood with him, do you see anything of you in him when you've spoken and been a few feet away from each other?
I don't think there's no fighter that's in combat sports.
I'm gonna show y'all what's got me so bothered.
That's in combat sports right now. That hasn't.
I gotta send it to myself though, so I can pull it up on the screen.
Floyd Mayweather fight. I mean, at least I don't think so, because I think this is the Mayweather era, and I was so dominant in my era. So when a person has been so dominant in his era, I think other fighters are going to pay attention, or other mixed MMA fighters are going to pay attention, because they want to be at that same level, and they want to do the same thing. They want to dominate with ease.
Do you see anything in the character between you and him when you kind of interact? Similarities at all?
I mean, not really. I mean, of course, I'm huge in boxing, but I'm huge in MMA also. You know, I'm huge in both. I'm saying my name is huge in MMA, but I made a crazy, I made a crazy name in the sport of boxing. But it's crazy that, I've been working so hard throughout the years that I ended up having a big name in MMA.
That's my cable bill, man.
Even though I never competed in the MMA, I'm still a big name today.
That's 2 months, but still, that's just too much.
And Steve, when I spoke to something earlier on, you said how you took a big risk early on in your career. Given the point you're both at now, who is taking the bigger risk here?
I truly believe I'm taking a bigger risk.
Crazy.
I mean, but it's a big reward.
And I got to buy the fight.
I'm taking a bigger risk. I have the 49-0 record. And, when a fighter has lost before, if you lose again, they say, oh, it's nothing, he lost before. When a fighter has been dominating for 20-some years, never lost, everything is on the line. My legacy, my boxing record, everything is on the line.
Have you considered, when you say there's so much on the line, I mean, have you stopped at any point and kind of thought, wow, there is a whole lifetime's work here that I am putting out there, or do you kind of not let it enter your mind?
I just try to...
My bill's always paid on time, bro.
I just try to, really try to focus on just being positive. And
you don't like throwing away money.
And what am I going out there?
So I'm going to get that shit reduced.
I try not to think about...
Get rid of some channels or some shit.
Taking an L, that's not really my focus. Every day, I tell myself I'm a winner. I was born to be a winner at life. Not just in the ring, but I was born to be a winner. So whatever I do, I try to give it 100%. And I try to push myself to the limit. But like Stephen said, it's all about taking risks. And I wouldn't be where I'm at if I didn't take risks. So I don't mind putting the 49-0 record on the line. I don't mind, putting everything on the line, before this fight. I feel like it's worth it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, this is the last question, Floyd. One more, we're good to go. Operator, go ahead.
And that question comes from Salvador Rodriguez of ESPN Deportes.
Hello, Floyd. Good afternoon. Hey, how important is for you make the 50 victory in your career? One more over the...
And this is the last question.
Record. I don't really try to focus on other fighters.
but I'm appreciative for every fighter, and that paved the way for me to be where I'm at. I always talk about I appreciate the legendary fighters, even though this is number 50. This is my 50th fight. That's not really my focus. My focus is
I'll be right back so we can start talking.
And getting fans and excited fight. Even though I know this is number 50, and we're constantly talking about Rocky.
I'm actually going to go vape.
I just always like to let the fans and the people know Rocky Marciano is a legend. Rocky Marciano did it his way, and I just like to try to do it the Mayweather way.
Thanks so much, and good luck. Next August 26th.
And that was the last question.
Okay, thanks everybody for joining us.
For his last fight.
Closing comments, Floyd, and we will wrap this up.
I just want to say thank you to everybody. I want to say thank you, Leonard. I want to thank Showtime. I want to thank CBS. I want to thank Kelly Swanson. I've got to thank Al Heyman. And I want to thank everybody that called in, all the writers, all the bloggers, everyone from the MMA world, everybody from the boxing world, everybody from the sports world. I just really want to say thank you. And me and my team and us all, we all appreciate you guys. Talk to you later.
Thank you, everybody. See you soon. Thanks, Leonard. Thanks, Steven. Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our program. You may now disconnect.
You may now disconnect. Yeah, I got to buy the fight. Fight's $100. I'm not going. We got some excellent news, man, today. We got some excellent news today. I can't wait. I just can't wait until like October, where everything is just going to be. But yeah, man. Oh, trust me, I'm trying to get my cable bill cheaper. So it may seem a little deceiving, but basically I've been paying $500 a month for about 5 months straight now. But that's because, I'm paying for like a whole bunch of other shit too. And also in this day and age, like I don't watch television. I watch boxing. But who watches Cinemax and all that shit? So in reality, that stuff is for my pop. He can't use streaming technology stuff. It's too confusing for him. He has dementia. So, he has to have like channels he can scroll through. So, I don't watch that, I would love to have like just, because I have Amazon Prime, right? I have Hulu. I have all this other shit. And usually if you have some of that stuff, I'm paying for HBO like 3 different times. I'm paying for Showtime anytime 2 different times. So, but whatever. It is what it is. But also, I need like good internet, right? To run all this fucking technology and shit. You got fucking 2 cell phones. You got a fucking tablet. You got video games. You're doing social media. You got smart TVs and shit. So, it's expensive. But now, man, the fight is here, yo. That shit is next week. And it's like this. I don't look at it as a freak show. I look at it like it's people, it's not a freak show. I mean, it's bizarre, especially when you start really thinking about like, yo, what the fuck is his fighting style going to look like? Like, is he going to come out like on some shit like this? Like with his gloves, like what type of shit is that going to be? What type of style is I'm trying to figure out like, okay, well, like what footage is, or you can't watch UFC footage and say he gonna bring that UFC shit into the boxing ring. Also, they're gonna make it very hard for you people to stream. They're gonna make it very, very difficult for you. So some of you may be able to slip through the cracks, but yo, it's going to be difficult. You think they don't know all those stream, especially for a fight this big when they have so much like income to put into it? Remember when like Ward Kovalev and those fights, the promoters didn't have the money to put into that anti-piracy, anti-streaming shit. They're pumping millions of dollars into this shit, yo. They're gonna get you. They're gonna get you. You're gonna be home. Thinking like, man, I ain't paying for that shit. You're going to go get you some food, some snacks, right? Maybe your girl is away somewhere, you don't want her around, right? Choke the chicken, Go watch the fight. You're going to be searching your ass off for those streams. Silently sliding in the other men's DMs like, yo, you got a link, bro? Then you're going to get that Jones. You're going to need that fix. It's going to be about 10:45, 11 p.m. You're going to still be searching. You're going to be watching one stream. Everything going to be going smooth. Well, right? In the back of your mind, yes, in the back of your mind, you'll think to yourself, hey, this is all right. But then soon as that shit like go to freeze up on you with the little fucking buffering circle and the shit be frozen, you go to refresh and that shit don't refresh, what you going to do? You got that $100? Who house you going over? You're a liar. You're a liar. In fact, let's go buy it right now. Let me see how difficult they're going to make it. I mean, I already didn't spend the $1,000. Let's go see how difficult they make it to buy this stream. I can't buy it online. Let's go show my account number. Well, basically what I do is I buy every pay-per-view, you know, that I'm able to buy in the United States. So, you know, for the naysayers or for motherfuckers who think the shit is a joke, I post, like I do a video, I post it to my Instagram for when I buy a fight. And I always make sure I put the hashtag support the sport so I can not only keep up like from my bills and shit, but also keep up like how many fights I've purchased consecutively, you know? But still, man, that shit be rough, especially when it's like, you know, I don't be making no money from this, or, you know, like the tides are turning now. Yes, as you can see, I've been really, really active on the channel. I know a lot of people still don't believe I'm back full time, but yes, we're keeping the shit consistent. We are here, you know, and I got some special things planned for the website starting on Sunday, you know. But right now, it's just my goal is like I'm trying to we're trying to cover boxing, you know, like differently as far as like, yo, we gotta talk about the real shit. Like, do you notice, like, for those who be on these media calls, you know, that be listening in, do you notice that they be casual as fuck with these questions? Some of these questions you really don't care about. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, I'm going to be going out there, and as y'all notice, I don't be on that vigilante, you know, media reporter going in there asking the hard-ass questions and all that shit. I ask the questions that the fans, that you guys want to know, because what's going to happen if I go to these events and then, you know, I don't ask some shit? Y'all motherfuckers is mean. Y'all some bullies. The internet is not kind, yo. They're going to be like, T-Street, you's a fucking, yeah, you go there asking that bullshit. You was on some clown shit, just like all these other media reporters. One guy, you know, was talking some shit from the way I was, okay, all right. Let me tell y'all some shit, right? Let me tell y'all some real shit, but the times have changed. I used to be like on that TMZ media fucking reporter fucking shit. And when I was doing that shit, money was rolling in. Like when I was doing videos on boxers' personal problems and all that shit, you know, the dough was rolling in, baby. It was rolling in. I can't do that shit no more. You know, it's just like not what I want to do, even though I know that that's where like the views are on YouTube, you know, talking about the fighter scandals and shit. That I did it for the Conor and his wife shit. But I used to do it like a lot. I'm talking about like my videos used to be scandal shit, you know? So now my shit is like, yo, like we talking about the real shit that's going on. So long story short, I used to talk shit about Leonard Ellaby. For those who have been around, all right? For those who've been around, I used to talk shit. Yeah, I used to do Broner too, yeah. You know, like I used to do all those scandal stories, you know, all the Broner sex taping, you know, all that shit. Nah, man, I'm not into all that shit no more. But however, don't get it twisted. You know, that's where the money is, though. You know, that's where the money is, though. But I don't do that shit no more. I'm not into all that shit. You know, if I was to pop out those videos on motherfuckers waiting all that shit all day, every day, we'd be eating. But we try to make sure that we giving y'all like real shit. So I used to talk, you know, like, you know, joking. You know, like you know, I hate to quote the man, but locker room talk. You know, we talk some shit about Leonard Ellaby around here, right? We used to talk some shit about Leonard Ellaby back in the day. You know, when we was on some, you know, we wasn't on this level of media. You know, so the first time I ever met him was at the Mayweather McGregor press conference in New York, right? So I'm like, oh shit, he right there. I can interview fucking Leonard Ellaby. So I'm a little tipsy. You know, it was a long day. Remember, they didn't want to let me into the press conference, right? So, you know, I'm like, it's the end of the night. This is the longest press event I ever been to. You thought it was a fight. And if I remember, I got there like 4 p.m. That shit wasn't over until like 11:30 p.m. or some shit. So it's the end of the night. You know, I'm seeing Ellerby right there, and I'm like, this is after the confrontation with Dan Rayfield. This is the post press conference. You know, so we talking to him. So I'm talking to him, and I'm like, no, I'm looking at him like, oh shit, I can interview Leonard Ellerby. But I was like, yo, he blocked me on Twitter. From that shit, I was talking all those years back about his goatee. So I'm thinking like, yo, what if he be like, nah, brother, I remember you. You was talking all that shit. And I'm like, oh, bro, you know, that ain't me no more, man. You know, so you can tell in the interview, I'm kind of nervous because I'm like, yo. And I'm not going to lie. Y'all saw what I did when it came to Dan Rayfield's feet. I didn't. If his goatee was fucked up, I didn't want to just start laughing. But his goatee been cool. You know, yeah. I went psycho crazy. I took the video down. And the thing is, I've done probably like 2,000 plus videos on this channel. There's only a certain amount of videos. Y'all want to see a little bit of it? It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. I went psycho crazy on it. You know, but I don't do videos like that no more, man. You know, so word is let me go find it. Word is the video got around, you know, and you know, but that was that was 2014, you know. So, you know, I was glad that, you know, like he, like, you know, recognized me, you know, shit. You know, hold on, I'm gonna put I can't re-release the video. I can't re-release the video. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put the link in so only people who have the link can watch it. Nah, man, y'all some rats. Y'all probably send this shit to Leonard Ellerby. Y'all can't be trusted. Y'all scum. Y'all probably say, yo, remember this guy? No, you know, because right now it seems like we have like a little delicate truce. You know, because I talked to him at I talked to Leonard Ellerby at the Mayweather McGregor press conference and at Broner versus Garcia. You know, so things are smoothed over. I can't trust y'all. You're probably gonna fuck it up. We got a nice, delicate truce. Y'all might fuck it up. Y'all might fuck it up. Y'all might fuck it up. Y'all can't be trusted, man. I don't trust a lot of you, yo. So hold on. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna show you I'm gonna just show you I'm gonna just show you the thumbnail and the title of the video. I'm just gonna show you the thumbnail and the title of the video. You know? Yo, that shit is really next week though. That shit is really here. They talking about 5 million pay-per-view buys. 5 million? 5 million? Oh man, there it is. There it is. I'm gonna show y'all. You ready? You ready? No, that goatee has gotten so much better, man. You know, you guys don't know. It used to be bad. You guys just don't get it. You know, it used to be bad. I think somebody probably had to talk to him and say, yo, bro, you can't be showing up to these press conferences. Like if you as homie, right? Obviously, you know how your homies are. They're going to roast you, you know? So I'm sure you got some homie like, yo, bro, you can't be showing up to these fucking press conferences like that. Yo, that shit look crazy, bro. You know? That shit look crazy. So these are the T Street lost tapes. These are the lost tapes. It's one of the first videos I ever done on this channel. I can't show it to you. I can't show it though. I can't show it. I can't show it. But as you can see, it was very well received. It was very well received. The lost tapes. Let's just read the comments to give you guys a little taste of how crazy things were. Comments not supported on private videos. Oh, they trying to make me unprivate it. They're not gonna let y'all see the comments, y'all. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can do it this way. No, they're not gonna let you see the comments. It's just not meant to be. It's not in God's will. It's not in God's will. Yes, the thumbnail. This is crazy. Yeah, it's the past, yo. Look, this was October 9th, 2014, 9:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, I might share it, but I'm scared. I'm scared to go see it. Yo, listen, I went psycho crazy. I went psycho crazy. I went psycho crazy on him, y'all. So no, we're not gonna yeah, that goatee, you know, listen, he had a bad goatee year. It wasn't just like one. Let's stop talking about the Mayweather Promotions CEO, you know, Floyd Mayweather's right-hand man, Leonard Ellerbe. He's cool in my book. He's cool in my book. All he trying to do is get his little piece of the money grab. Lord knows. That's all he wants is to get his little piece of the money grabs. Is it a crime to get in on the money grab? Why people talk? Man, then people been talking about some, T-Street, you cooning out for this fight. Hey, listen, I tell you motherfuckers straight to your face, I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. As long as the promoter's cool, I'm cool. My job is to sell fights. You know, anyway, anyhow, my job is to sell fight and to get you scumbags to buy fights because you don't like buying fights when you see fit. Y'all gonna buy this shit though, but you didn't buy Ward versus Kovalev. Y'all gonna buy this, but you didn't buy Ward versus Kovalev, and you walk around calling yourself a boxing fan. You ain't shit. Y'all got this UFC motherfucker coming over here talking about he gonna run our sport. They talking about our sport is dying, but then yet their #1 stars coming over here to make the most that any of them for the whole year combined have ever made in one fight. To get beat the fuck up. The money grab is over, ladies and gentlemen. You a goddamn fool if you ever thought I was going to think that this fucking motherfucking Conor McGregor was going to beat Floyd Mayweather. But I've learned over the years that I'm very good with the gift of the gab. I can just say some shit. People really be believing that shit. And I just be joking. But at the same time, guess what? Floyd ain't never seen that type of speed. He ain't never seen that type of style. We don't know what that fucking shit is going to be. You know, we don't know what. And I tried it. I tried it again after the stream yesterday. Y'all should try this shit. Let me move this over a little bit. Yo, y'all should try this, man. This shit is a real workout. Like, I don't want to do it now. It will fuck you up a little bit. It'll fuck you up a little bit. You know? You know, that shit. And he was talking. He was like, yo, you know, that's some shit that was handed down from fucking generations. People want to be clowning me, but, you know, that keeps your fucking shoulders loose for your reflexes and shit. And I can understand because he was looking real. His arms looked like worms. That shit was fluid. I was like, oh, shit, what the fuck? And I'm watching it live, and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Especially when he started doing this shit. I was like, what the fuck? What is this shit? I was like, what the? I was like, this is some shit, man. Floyd is gonna get beat the fuck up, fucking around with that shit. You know, we're gonna get beat the fuck up, fucking around with that shit, man. You know. So I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. But you know, I'm just glad for this shit to be over. And then you know what's gonna be crazy is like it's not gonna be over though. Because Conor McGregor is just gonna lose unless he gets, listen, everybody's got a puncher's chance. And he's talking all this kind, he's gotta be confident. He's talking like he's gonna go out there that if he can't knock Floyd out, that he's gonna outbox him. He's talking that shit. That boy's talking that sass. So, you know, you got to respect him for what he's doing. You know, I'm not a heavy UFC follower. I'm growing. I'm almost heavy. I watch all of the events, all mixed martial arts in general. Hell, I work from home. So if the shit is on, whether it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, like I'm watching that shit. I'm telling y'all, listen, if you ever up on the late night, yo, if you find a way, you got to watch this shit that be coming on. It's called Ryzen or Resin, R-I-Z-I-E-N. It's mixed martial arts, but it's the real shit. It's a freak show. Damn, that is a freak show. It's full of freaks. I'm gonna leave it at that. Look that shit up. Like it's no rules. You can get stumped out in your face and all that. But the point I'm trying to make is I forgot my point. It'll come back to me, I guess. So what are y'all doing? Who's having the barbecues? Who's lying? Who's still out there lying, saying they're not gonna watch the fight? Who's having the barbecues? Huh? You get your stamps? When you get your food stamps? Huh? Who's out there buying the stamps? Who's buying all the stamps? Can I get some stamps? I tried to get stamps. They wasn't trying to hear that shit. They wasn't trying to hear that shit. Yo, man, stamps, man. It's crazy because the people who get stamps don't realize like how important those stamps are. You know? Where y'all going? What homie is responsible? What homie is responsible for buying the fight? Y'all in denial. Yo, the shit is next week. Let me see. I don't think. Let me see. We didn't. The fight week media schedule didn't come out yet. But remember, these guys got another press conference coming up. They got a weigh-in. What is the weigh-in going to be like? You know they're going to charge people. Yo, so we're going to go through all of that shit again. All next week is going to be Mayweather McGregor. Everywhere you turn. All next week. You got the final press conference, the weigh-in, and they're going to do something else. I'm sure it's going to probably be will it be an undercard weigh-in? Yes, it will probably be an undercard weigh-in. No, not weigh-in, press conference. And they're going to do like some grand arrivals or some shit. And then the Irish are already on their way. Vegas is going to burn. Don't think Vegas is hot now. Vegas is going to be a fucking madhouse next week. It's going to be lawless. They're going to purge. They're going to purge. I'd be scared to death out there. Thank God I'm not going, man. I'd be scared to death. I'd be scared to death. So basically, I had a bullshit plan that really, knowing me, okay, I was supposed to stay out in Vegas for a month, right? But I couldn't stay out in Vegas for no month. And also, you know, I wasn't prepared to go out there for a month. So I said, okay, well, you can go out there for Mayweather McGregor and get denied, get to the press events, have a hard time getting to the press events, and watch the fight from the crib you got out in Vegas. Or you can just go to Canelo versus Golovkin, where things will be much more calmer, man. All these casuals going to be out there. The crime is going to go up. You know, the scammers are coming out. I can't. So I wanted to go to Vegas since I'm single. You know, I want to go to Vegas. I want to get a prostitute. But if you got to think, for a big fight like this, the ultimate scammer prostitutes are going to be out. The stress and the risk is too high. And these days, you got to make sure your prostitute is like, excuse my language, you got to make sure your prostitute is not a nigga. I don't like those odds. You know? This world is messed up. No, you can't get no prostitute. You know, I've always heard, see, I've never been to Vegas before. So I've always heard that, well, you know, you gotta get a prostitute. I've always heard that. You know, I don't want to get a prostitute. I don't have to pay for no pussy. But it's just like one of the things you gotta do. You don't get no crab legs without no butter sauce, you know? So now it's just like, you know, Like I gotta make, you gotta get either you gotta get a lady of the night from either a strip club, right? Or from an escort service. You can't just see somebody walking down on the strip like, hey, you know, you asking for trouble. That's a no. You're in for a bad night. You know? So, you know, we're going out, we're gonna appear in Vegas sometime soon. We're gonna just appear, you know? I'm gonna make it all dramatic and shit. I'm gonna make it all dramatic. You know, so we're gonna be out there for not a month, but a substantial period of time. I thought we was gonna go to the Grand Canyon, but fuck that talk. That shit's 4 hours away. Might as well drive to LA, right? Might as well drive up to LA. You know why I'm out there? Because I was like, man, I want to go to the Grand Canyon and do a fucking video from the fucking Grand Canyon. No thanks. If you drive 4 hours that way, might as well drive 4 hours the other way. Or get on a flight. A flight from what, like Vegas to LA is like $150 or some shit? Some old cheap shit? You know? So we're going to have a nice time while we're out there. We're going to have, that's why I'm working on things now to make sure that I'm able to stream on all platforms easily. Like, did y'all notice how my streaming quality has got better? I'm talking about like when I'm on the road. You know, when I'm on the road, like, yeah, I got some nice shit planned for y'all, man. I got some nice shit planned for y'all. You know, I never run out of battery life nowhere. Can you imagine? I never run out of battery life, ever. You know? Yeah, that is true. I don't want to fall in the Grand Canyon. That's fucked up, right? That shit would hurt. You know? No, I'm not joking about no prostitute. Yo, if I go to Vegas, I'm going to get a whore. So I'm going to get like, obviously I got to either get one from a strip club, as I said, or from an escort service. I can't get one from like the street. You see what I'm saying? I can't just be out one night, right? And I'm drinking at a bar by my motherfucking self, and some fucking chick come up to me like, hey, you know, start running game on me. Bitch, you think I'm stupid. You trying to scam me. Even if she's not, I'm going to tell her, like, yo, you trying to scam me. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Out of here. Get out of here. You know? No, man, I'm not going out there. I can't trust nobody. So it's like, I want a receipt for my pussy. I want a receipt. I want a receipt. I want a receipt. Fuck that. You know, I want to know that if some shit go wrong, I can call your employer and be like, yo, you know, she tried to scam me. Is this who you hiring for your business? I'm going to sue your motherfucking ass. You know? Yeah, that's why, you know, pick up no chick off the street. You might get a tranny. No way. Then it's like this. It's like, I got to fuck you up. Because truth be told, there's nothing wrong with it. You a dude. So you deceived the shit out of me. So, bro, we going to jail, nigga. Both of us, bro. I'm sucking this shit out you. I'm pulling that fucking shit off your head. You know, because it's like, yo, you can't be doing that shit. I'm going to beat the shit out of you. And say what you want. If you're out there deceiving people like that, yo, you deserve to get fucked up. And whether it's controversial or not, that's not cool to do that to people. I'm going to beat the shit out of you. You know? Or I'll probably just run, scared to death. Scared to death. You know, they be carrying blades. And they real sharp with the switchblades and shit. You know? But anyway, that's controversial subjects. Let's just continue talking about boxing. You know? Did y'all notice that media call was short? That media call was it was like 20 minutes. Floyd answered a few questions. The controversial question about the racism, he turned over to Leonard Ellerby. Yeah, well, you know, Roger's in camp. You know, but did you notice? I don't think that, hold on, I want to make another cup of tea. I don't think that Floyd is training, you know, like that. You know? I don't think that Floyd, I'm not making no more tea. I'm in this stream in like half hour. I don't think that Floyd is training like that. You know, I think that he's just been working on cardio. What is he training for? What are you training for? Like, I'm talking about, like, what are you training to? Like, well, you know, we want to ratchet out by for his, you know what? Like, I mean, you know, he got that straight left. Yes. You know, you got the straight left. Yeah, but it's like, yo, for real? Yeah, I mean, I understand that he needs to, you know, he can't overlook, you know, Conor, and he had to take his hat off to him, you know, but really, like, what is Floyd, like, really, like, what does Floyd have to really work on, yo? Like, you would think this is arguably the best fighter of this generation. And a guy with a 0-0 boxing record? 0-0. See, the thing is, you know what's going on? Y'all fell for the money grab. Y'all fell for it. It's worked on you. That psychology bullshit. When you come into London, we're trying to do this world tour. First, we gotta show people that we can make it to Vegas. You know, we're gonna make it to Vegas. You know, right now, you know, I'm in a beautiful situation, like, where I can actually start traveling the world now. Like, really, I can start traveling the world. You know, so we're gonna be going up to Niagara Falls every few months to help out Global Legacy Boxing. And starting next week, I'm going to start hitting up some boxing gyms. Before I go to Vegas, I got to hit up a couple boxing gyms and start promoting this Philly card, which is like in like 2 weeks. You know, I really need to get. It's not that I need to. It's my job, and I really have to get on the Philly boxing scene. I have to. You know, but that shit been rough. I ain't been driving. Fucking big ass truck in the fucking back. Ain't been driving. You know, so I got to get that shit taken care of. You know, so, you know, the goal is to get to London, you know, in the spring. You know, so it's Vegas, Niagara Falls. Of course, whatever fights are happening in New York. The next New York fight I'll likely be at will be the Danny Jacobs return, October 14th, and then Wilder versus Ortiz in November, which is or December, likely November. That's supposed to happen in New York, and then in the spring. Early spring is to get to the UK for a fight. You know, is to get to the UK for a fight. You know, so right now I just been like really focusing on making sure that like I'm pumping videos out consistently. For example, I gotta do another video on the Rigondeaux situation. Motherfuckers is just like twisting my words and shit and calling me like, you know, all kind of names and shit. It's like, yo, I ain't even say that. Motherfuckers, like, yo, people are really sensitive about Rigondeaux Lomachenko. Really sensitive. And it's like, I want to see the fight. But however, you know, you're not just going to keep giving Rigo all these passes. And the thing is, he keeps getting all these passes is because you just don't like Bob Arum. That's the trump card. That's the wild card. Well, Bob Arum been stopping fights for years. Yo. Rigondeaux ain't been making no money. Yo, if they can both get $1 million, then I want them to get $1 million. I'm not saying lowballing, but at the same time, if they throw a career high payday at him, right, or more money that he's been making over the last 5 fights, this is not a Rigondeaux. This is not a Rigondeaux. This is not a Rigondeaux video. We're gonna save that for the next video. So yeah, you know, Crawford versus Ndongo is here. I got to do a whole stream on that tomorrow. What's the day? Is today Thursday? I was wondering. I thought I was having an asthma attack. It was a seed that was lodged in my throat, and I swallowed it. So I got a whole video, long video I got to do on Crawford versus Ndongo. You know, the weigh-in is tomorrow. That fight's on Friday. That's history. Y'all think Ndongo going to get knocked out? You know, or toyed with until he quit? T-shirt, if Conor wins, will there be a rematch? My God, there has to be. There has to be. If Conor was to win, let's say, now remember, we had an eclipse this week, you know, so some shit probably can happen with this whole Mandela effect that's been going on and shit, you know, and CERN and all this shit, man. listen, you don't know. You know, let's say if Conor McGregor does win, the only way he would win is by a knockout, some old crazy, super powerful ass knockout. You streaming while the fight is on? Hell no, that's some dumbass shit. I know what you're saying about streaming, like I'm gonna be watching the fight at the same time. Hell no. You know, I be having too much shit to do, and also I want to watch the fight. I want to be looking at it like, you know, like watching it. You know. So now I already know what I'm gonna do because my birthday is 3 days later. So what I'm gonna do is met a lady. You know, so probably gonna chill with her, watch the fight. And like, probably like eat some seafood or something and have like a nice, cool like stream, and then to send Mayweather off properly, we're gonna have a couple drinks during the stream. The one after the fight. We want to send him up because, I started, if this is really his last fight, I want to go back to the old T Street and send him off right. I'm talking about I'm going to get a bottle of, expensive bourbon, or scotch, or, thinking about getting like a bottle of Johnny Walker Black, not blue. We ain't going that far. Get some Johnny Red, get some Johnny Red, and just chill, and talk some shit, And so let's say I got some nice things planned for the website coming up. I haven't even told my partners about it. Yo, don't talk about my queen. Don't you dare talk. Don't you dare bring my queen. No, she's not my queen yet, though. And yes, if I do go to Vegas, I'm getting a prostitute. If you ain't my girl, you can't do nothing. What you gonna say? I don't want you getting a prostitute. Hello, you're not my girl. You're not my girl. But anyway. So yeah, what's next? We got about another 14 minutes left. About another 14 minutes left. I've been keeping these streams nice and, like compact in time, and people still bitching. So I said, man, you shouldn't be doing hour-long videos, yo. T Street, does Deontay Wilder fight have a? Yes, he does. He's supposed to be fighting Luis Ortiz. He's supposed to be fighting Luis Ortiz. There is an exemption. Listen, no sanctioning body would want to strip Anthony Joshua. You see what I'm saying? So, yo, we're not supposed to be talking about this stuff. We're supposed to talk about Mayweather versus McGregor. Like that 8-ounce glove bullshit. Like, they would not have done this for any other fight. But the money is involved in this, and Vegas needs that money. And remember, it's not just about the money that the fighters are making, but how much money is being spent in Vegas as a city. So, those politicians or those people who are on that board, on that Nevada State Athletic Commission board, they have the bragging rights for their next political whatever they're going to do, to say some shit like, well, in this year's summer, we generated this much revenue, for the city at this time. It's deep when it comes to that. So people talk about, man, they only did this shit for the money. But if you understand why they really, really did this shit for the money, for their own political gain, they weren't going to say no. And they say, yo, this could be the biggest fight in history. And then they're like we can get a big economic boost. Yo, man, I swear, yo, listen. Listen. This has become stalking. This is to stop. I think I'm joking. See, people be thinking I'm just going to flip out on everything and everything these days. Not anymore. Those days are over. You know, so keep thinking I'm joking. I don't know. I literally have like no, listen, for some reason, I attract a lot of people who really don't like me. Like they really, you know, like they really be looking at me like I can't stand it. I don't know what it be. And you gotta think about it, right? I only be on YouTube, and hello, you only know what I tell you from my videos. Do you really know me behind the scenes? Like off of YouTube, from what I tell you, do you really know me? You know? So, you know, it just gets a little bit of a pain in the ass sometimes, you know, because it's like, wait a minute, like, where do I attract these weirdos? You know, like from social media to like YouTube, and that shit just be weird, man. You know, so it's just like, man. So, you know, like I've talked to people, and, you know, people have told me like at this level that I'm at right now, or more so like with the connections that I have to start handling things like differently, as far as like when I have how can I say, like enemies or so, especially like when I have like the contacts and the phone numbers of people. They just be like, yo, well, why do you keep allowing this such and such to do this? Just call such and such, you know, or call or send an email to such, you know. So, you know, no, you can't block. Let me tell you something, right? You don't never block people because you always want to know what they're doing. Why would I block you, motherfucker? You're a weirdo. I want to watch you. You a weirdo, you know? So I just be trying to cover this box and shit and just be like, yo, like, why the fuck motherfuckers be so mad? You know, why do people be so mad, you know? You know, so like I said, we have like a lot of real good things going on, especially going into September. You know, so I'm working pretty much behind the clock, getting the team, getting everybody organized, you know, making sure that we have the funding for this stuff, you know, making sure not only that we just like have the funding, but that that we're doing everything like in an organized like manner. For example, now like we have like a hierarchy. It's not just me anymore. So even though, you know, like I'm the guy at the top that's, you know, in charge of everything, I have like, you know, real good people helping me. And I have extensions to people that say, well, if you need help with this, you know, you can call me and I'll, you know, such and such. Or if you need some advice on this, you know, you can call me or email me, you know. So we're building off of that, because to get to where we got right now, you know, it took like a lot of sacrifice and a lot of getting like, you know, denied events, and a lot of like naysayers, and a lot just of like resistance, you know. So I understand, like, and I said many times that I be making like this stuff look easy, but to get to this point is you know, is rough, you know. Could you stream the fight live on your website? What? Somebody put him on timeout. Why would you ever ask me some shit like that? Somebody put him on timeout. He asked me, would I stream the fight live on my website? What? What? You know how much my website cost me, bro? I would not only be sued, my website would be shut down, I would be sued, and I would never be allowed to start another website ever again. What? You know? And that's another thing. You want to know something? You want to know some real shit? You want to know some real shit? I'm gonna show y'all. So, you know, like, you know, it gets to a point like where, like, my goals for boxing is this. I want to bring boxing to like younger audiences, if that makes sense. Now, I'm going to be 34 in a couple of weeks, you know, or a little less than a couple of weeks. My goal is not to be that suit and tie guy, you know. I want to be able to appeal to, like, you know, like the younger people, as far as being able to like relate to them the best way that I can for my age. To get those younger people to grow up and become boxing fans, to keep supporting the sport. You know, by educating them on the belts. You know, like what the belts mean, what the WBC fucking diamond belt mean. You know, on the mandatories, you know, on like the top 15. You know, the weigh-in rules, all that stuff. You know, like that's what I focus on instead of focusing on like, you know, like if boxers, you know, are doing whatever the fuck they doing outside the ring. You know, I want to make sure that I'm informative, but also I'm able to be myself and I'm educating. But as I said, like I've been complaining about it, but you know, you can try to clown me all you want. I'm putting money into the sport. You know, I don't say that I'm losing money. You know, I don't say that. I'm putting money into the sport. You know, I've talked about it before, and it's not, you know, boasting or anything like that, but I'm in a good situation in life where I don't ever have to work again, ever. Now, that's not saying that I'm rich. However, you know, I don't have to do this. You know, and my bills will be paid for every month. My home is paid for. You know, in fact, I would have a lot more extra money in my pocket. Especially when you look at my expensive ass cable bill, you know, or this electronics and shit, or this shit I purchased, right? That's not even working. Or, you know, this little command center I have. You know, going to New York for one day, I spent more than I made on YouTube in 2 months. You know, I'm doing a lot of videos right now, but guess what? So far from August the 1st up until now, we've only made about $170. You know, yeah, I'm just riding out time until I end the stream in 5 minutes. And then the next video I'm going to do is going to be on Crawford versus Ndungu, a live and thorough stream. You know, and actually that could be at midnight tonight. It could be at midnight tonight. You know, so yeah, man, like listen, you know, like I get a lot of resistance, You know, and it's like, yo, this is not fucking 2013, 2014 or 2015 no more. Like it's not, you know, it's not really too much people can say to me about like, you know, like what I'm doing in the sport, for the sport, and how much I put into it. You know, so all that going back and forth over, well, you know, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. Like, yo, I've done something that none of my competition has done. So you can talk about numbers and all that. I'm already going down in the history book, baby. You know? Yeah, Shawn Porter's off the card. He had a death in the family. And I was really looking forward to that fight because it would have been intriguing to see, you know, like, well, you know, this is kind of Tomas Dulorme's like last chance before going on to journeyman status. You know, and Shawn Porter, you know, to keep him active because he is the Keith Thurman mandatory, but also he is getting close to being ordered to fight Danny Garcia for the WBC interim title. But it's looking like, from my understanding, that Danny Garcia wants to have like a comeback fight that he can win to get and not go into back-to-back tough fights like he used to in the past before pre-Rod Salka. The casuals would have loved Porter. They would have, you know. So that Fox card, he was the headliner of the free Fox cards, you know. So those UFC, they would have loved him and shit. They would have been like, yo, he could probably do good in the MMA. You know, they would have loved him. Okay, hi, John Bonsai. Hello, John Bonsai. Bonsai. Hello. Jesus Christ. You know. Go find Danny and tell him to fight Earl. You know, the time is coming up. You know, I've been to every Danny Garcia media workout for the last 3 years now. You know, and then you know what fucking what up, Ty? You know what fucking Angel Garcia, you know, he be going crazy. That should be crazy. You know, you never know. Like, see, people, like, you don't understand, like, when you like interview people, you know, when you talk to these people, you don't know that shit's going to get crazy when you asking them questions. You don't be knowing that, you know, like Angel Garcia going to start, you know, talking about killing cats and shit, or not killing cats, you know, well, AK-47s and crack rock and you know, like saying, you know, the Chinese people are killing cats in the basement. You know, you don't be knowing that shit gonna be going like this, so you be behind the camera just stuck. Like, oh shit. You know? You don't be knowing, man. You don't be knowing. Vegas is gonna be crazy next week, you know, and I'm kind of happy that I'm not there. I'm kind of happy that I'm not there. Grow your brand, cover UFC. That's the problem. How you gonna tell me to cover UFC when we not even my website is not even fucking fully established yet? That's what be wrong. That's what be wrong with people. You know, people be trying to do too much. People be trying to do too much. You crawl before you walk, man. No, I'm not going. I'm not going. No, I'm not going. I filled out the application, but I didn't send a letter. I didn't call no favors in. I didn't even try. I didn't even try. I am going though. You know, I'll tell you the date. I am going. I'm going to be out there for a nice period of time after the fight. You know, I'm going out there for a nice period of time. You know, so I will be out there for Canelo Golovkin. You know, it's already booked. It's booked. It's booked. It's booked. You know, so I'm there. You know, so yes, my trip to Vegas for Canelo versus Golovkin is booked. It's booked. It's booked. You know, so that's going to be interesting. No, see, here's the thing, right? I watch every mixed martial arts event, every single one, every one that I'm able to watch. You know, every UFC pay-per-view, I buy them all now, and usually what I do is I watch them in full. I'll watch the main event, and I watch the whole card in full the next day. I watch the whole card in full the next day. And I watch all Bellator. Like, it's like, yo, I'll be home. So it's like, if it's on, I'm going to watch it. If it's on, I'm going to watch it. So I'm still learning the sport. So I'm not going to start covering the sport or bringing people on to cover the sport, because we already reached out to UFC months ago. So we get their press releases for media workouts and media calls and press conferences, but I don't send anybody, because before I send anybody, I want to go to one at least myself. You know, we already have the access to we already have preliminary, you know, like some access. We don't know exactly how much yet to Bellator, but I'm not gonna go to any of those events, and I'm definitely not sending anybody to those events until at least I go to one, you know. So, you know, we already laid the foundation is already there. The foundation is already there. You know, so we plan to start covering UFC, or more so mixed martial arts, in 2018, but it's going to start slow. You know, it's going to start slow. You know, so, you know, right now I'm still finally getting everything organized and like building the team up and getting us, you know, like everything we need so we can cover these fights. We got another what's that, 13 minutes left? Yeah, the fight is next Saturday. Yeah, the fight is next Saturday. Yeah, I got some people going with me. I got some people going with me. Well, some people that's going to be out there with me. I'm not going to talk about it. What happened to BKB? Hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute. I want you guys to go over to my Instagram in a minute to see the type of fucking bullshit I deal with. Hold on 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. 1 minute. Ba 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 da. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, my bad. You guys can leave. I'm just killing time. I'm doing something kind of right here real quick. Yeah, let me end this stream. I got some business to take care of real quick. I'll be right back. I'll talk to you guys later.